Hi, I'm the Wandering Newbie. It's time for more Record Keeper. Today, despite the music, which is the oncoming storm of 3rd anniversary, we have the FF9 event, Resolution Blooms, which for the most part is featuring Freya, and does give some mighty nice single buff to Dragoons in the form of our new 5-star move, but more on that a little bit later. Alright, so Tiamat. So, Tiamat's major gimmick is the fact that she likes to steal your stats. So if you're going for any sort of stat buff for your party, might I recommend one that buffs both stats. So that you don't lose your buffs. It's a good move. Of course, apparently T-Mac just missed. That's odd. But thankfully for this, she doesn't move all too fast. The other thing is that she does like throw a lot of status effects like silence and the like. So be on your toes no matter what. Moving on though. Got Kraken. We have Kraken. Who also sort of carries over the same sort of gimmick to an extent. We're gonna see how much this Kraken has presence is forbidden. Carries over the same sort of gimmick that the I should say version has. Because the comments would say something about the tentacles countering, but I don't know if that's based. Yes, it is. Okay, so the tentacles will counter based on you hitting the main body. Probably based off what kind of attack you use, so on and so forth. Hitting it with magic probably gets you water cannon, and hitting it with physical probably gets you ink. Meanwhile, that was right. Meanwhile, the legs do get their own turns, as does Kraken himself. Dances would be preferable here, if you find yourself having some trouble. Oh, it seems that Kraken, it's not based on the type of damage, just has a chance to counter on both hits. Now both my mages have cool shades. Nice! Alright. Here is the rude boy himself. Definitely want to get some debuffs going on him ASAP. And magic breakdown should be enough for his magic based attacks. The scariest non-tauntable physical one that he does is his standard physical becomes AoE in the later parts of the fight. So, you know, just have to be wary about that. But for the AoE parts, wave is tauntable, so you can deal with it that way. As is Psychokinesis, also tauntable. They want the good moves to stay relevant in the early fights, so always keep that in mind. It's really not until he starts busting out Flare that we have possibly a bit of problem, but we'll see how much that does completely not completely unmitigated. I did hit him with a magic breakdown, but pretty unmitigated. Yeah, and there's the stop. Didn't wear any resistances for the stop, so that just goes to show that doesn't hit entirely too hard. The flare is the real danger move here, and I'm waiting to see it. AoE wave does pretty much as much damage as I was expecting it to do. I made sure to be able to mitigate that one enough. Uh-oh. Well. I mean, Record Keeper frequently swaps between normal and high FPS mode all the fucking time. People have been trying to figure out how to keep it in high FPS mode for ages. Thousands and thousands of years. Alright, and he just never used Flare. That's right. I did it. I beat Death Gaze. Death Guys. Sorry. Proper name. Thank you for the resub, Jordan. Or Strider, God. Wrong names all around. Thank you for the resub. Nearly a year. Getting there. Alright, so hasn't really busted out anything too scary just yet. Pretty much the latter phases bring out an AoE flare star. Flare should, like, the single target stuff shouldn't do too much damage because, yeah, standard has a whole bunch of resistances, but the flare star AoE, I do have a lot of mitigation towards it, but I'm interested. County Kiraja, of course, just trying to make the fight go on a little bit longer. Or he can just get stunned. Ah, there's the move. It becomes counter. And it's whatever. Without mitigation, that could definitely probably do some pretty substantial damage, but... Well... When you've magic broken, you have Shelga up. But see, this is the real scary thing, is that if you don't mitigate enough, you can start doing it on every action you take. Not to mention extending the fight longer with the County Kirajas. Yeah, you're seeing right here how this can be a little iffy. Like, I haven't dead the rights, but on somebody not as kitted out as much as I am. But I'm not gonna die alone. Oh, that sequence. It's really good, like in Record Keeper. Well, here we are using a potion because it ain't my fucking stamina. Hey guys! Did you know? Yeah, pretty much as soon as the stream is done, I'm gonna lose another 60 right here. Oh shit, okay, we're in. That part registered, which I think means we're in the fight at the very least. Oh no, I think it's gonna crash, but I think we are at least in the fight and registered. Oh boy! Okay! 20 minutes later! Like, yeah, I'm looking at the timer. 20 minutes later. In case I end up cutting out of the video, I attempted to load into this fight once, and it ate my stamina. Good times. God, I don't even know, my brain is completely shot. So, I don't know the name of this boss. I can't remember. The big thing that this boss does, the status effects. It can stop and slow your people. No. Not stop. It can sleep and slow your people. I went with sleep resistance instead, and Ravulingo. That Yes, that sounds about right. I went with bringing slow resistance because you can always knock your characters out of sleep. So, there's that. Oh. After 2,000 years, we're finally in the fight. Although it's not doing its AoE sleep or its single target slow move, so we'll see. I guess it just doesn't use those that often. I guess they're not on set turn and rolls, they're just in the randomness of its moveset. It really just kind of feels like a punching bag. It's super not doing anything. Did I just miss? I mean, I guess it does hit pretty hard. Okay. Yeah, it's actually... It has like an evasion or something. Might have to look into that later. Alright, part 2. Hey, Lamau. Alright. Yeah, servers seem to have recovered at this point. I mean, you know, knock on wood, but we seem steady. So I didn't bring a Protectka to this because, honestly, she doesn't really have too many physical attacks. She has Sword Rain. Oh wait, I did bring Protectka. What am I saying? I wasn't planning on it, and then I remembered that, Minfilia has white magic, so there's that. Yep, and that's why I went an entirely physical team. Because I knew that Reflect was going to pop up, and unless you're using something that pierces Reflect, she can do that just randomly, and way too much of a pain in the ass to try and time around that. However, Blade Dance, huh? Marilyn says, my gimmick. Damage. Steiner says, my gimmick. Sword. Now, we do want to keep her physical damage as debuffed as possible, because she does have that good killing move, or on death move, where she just hits your party for a ton of damage. So keeping her attack as debuffed as possible is pretty much your best move to not die straight out to that. Also, I forgot that Steiner summoned the Roaming Warrior, so now he is just extremely go fast. But it looks like we should get through the main part. Now, one thing that we're not actually seeing here, and is that Merilith has a counter Firaga, which is why I made sure to bring a Shelga, but she isn't really hitting us with it. Yep, that hits like a truck. But not terrible. Not terrible. I mean, honestly, I ended up with better ATV bars this time around. Slam! God, what a good record materia that I love. Not record materia. Legend materia. Alright. Good first turn. Alright, just want to make sure I wasn't still on a fast speed from a while back. Well, he's taking damage, that's what's important. That's about 15k, that's alright. Again, another 15k. The real thing that we need to keep an eye out for is his countdown, and whenever that starts up, because we have to have our button or our finger on the trigger for dodging. Hey, there's our first countdown. Alright, so 3. We could probably just have Yuna be the button presser, since it's a big ass heal. Okay, this comes out faster than I thought. Alright, now we've dodged a number of nasty status effects. Let's get some damage in. You can take normal turns, Hades. You don't have to keep going into charge modes. Huh. This could be a problem. If he stays this aggressive with the countdowns, I might not have enough physical blinks. He deals dark damage to himself. Fantastic. I believe my wall just wore off because he spent numerous turns not attacking. This is gonna be something. Yeah, that's what happened. My wall wore off. Oof, alright. This is gonna be close. Alright, so this is going to be Doomsday. Luckily, Swift Blade will give us a good bit of damage. We might just, well, I just fucking stabbed him, left my sword in there. Eat it. Might just beat the breakpoint here. Yes, please keep punching me with your normal moves. Do not go into countdown. It's gonna be real interesting to see the AI routine when we're done with this. Because I'm curious, like, what the percent chance that he goes into countdown is. Because I definitely saw a lot of countdowns compared to videos that I watched. Alright, but Saints Cross should do it right here. Ugh, that was a little close for comfort. Pretty much, like, sure, my health bars were full and everything, but if he had gotten off Chaos Breath, whatever that move was called, and I didn't have a physical blink, that could have been game. Because Chaos Breath does like 1,000 status effects. And we're good. Welcome to the fight. Now, obviously, my damage could be higher, could be bigger. It's really a matter of not really having too many magic weapons for the realm. If I had more, everything would be bigger. But that's the way things go. Meredith takes a nap and gets wailed on. There's really not much to talk about the fight in this scenario because there is no fight. The only downside is I do run out of some DPS pretty quickly. Unfortunately, this strategy does kind of require you to have some decent magic boosting weapons in Realm. Or just, you know, something good for VV. I could have honed Dark Zone again, but as long as I keep hitting sleeps, doesn't really matter, does it? Yeah, sleep's a weird status effect. We don't try and think about it too much. The best part too she doesn't do the death move. She's asleep. That's it. They're ready. They're powering up, you see. Oh, fuck. I thought I had the USB on him. Oh well. 2 shields. Double the protection. when you really need to be protected. Alright. Time to get Shadow Realmed. The numbers could be bigger. Yeah, what? Did I just not notice the last time that this fight does not have a background? Ooh, there's the stop. Luckily, I jacked up his mind. Tyro does not care for your stops. Ho Judgment Sword deals percentile damage. Exceedingly rude. Shadow Realm. No. This is 220 difficulty fight, but it is the jump start, which means we all start with max bars. So I just, we go to town. For instance, now is truly time to Shadow Realm him. Be gone. Yeah, it's max bars, but you can't get any more bar. You fight with what you get. So, that was it for the FF9 event. It was overall not too rough. Hades could get a little tricky, but that's about it. Next time, we have FF5, with the boys. The boys are back. The boys are back in town next time. So I'll see you then.